right, Manny Victorino versus Abed Gidabin at the center slot. Mr. Genaro Ledesma, with his broad back to me, has the ball. He's going to do the honors. We've got about, well, close to 20,000 already on hand here at the Araneta Coliseum to witness this knockout match. But dribbling violation by Bernie Fabiosa.
Actually, palming the ball called against him. CRISPA always does that play, especially if Gidabin has the advantage. The top off to Cesar. Fabiosa squeezes in, but this time he fumbled.
Chito Loizaga getting it over to Jimmy Manazala. He fakes, fires from an angle, got it. First basket scored by Great Taste, coming after 15 seconds of the game.
If you notice, the backcourt men of Great Taste are taller than the backcourt men of CRISPA. That's Manazala and Loizaga over Atoyko and Bernard. That's an advantage that they could use.
That's right. Meantime, Atoyko is still running cold. The absence of Ricardo Brown from the starting lineup is very pronounced here. Manny Victorino gets it to Arnie Tuadles. He moves in closer. Jump shot on the run is no good. Arnie Tuadles keeps it alive himself. Victorino puts it up nonchalantly from the 15-foot line, distracted by Atoyko. Philip Cesar plucks it off the air with a foul going against Arnie.
That's right. Arnie tried to steal the ball after the defensive rebound of Philip Cesar. Caught his first foul. Must watch himself, because he's a very important player on the squad.
That's right. The game is 45 seconds old, and CRISPA still has got a big fat egg across its name at the scoreboard. Here's Philip Cesar. If they can get a lot of mileage out of him tonight, it's going to be very ominous for Great Taste. Atoyko missing his second long tom for the evening. Jimmy Manansala pulling down the rebound. Arnie Tuadles confronted by Atoyko. He draws a double team, and there's Alolor with a getaway from Perio Bounty.
Well, you can see that the defense of CRISPA is not tight at the start of the ball game, and there have been some penetrations made by the Great Taste coffee makers. This one by Alolor. They have a 4-0 lead. Gidabin takes the ball to the hoop, gets the foul, gets the basket in, has a chance for a three-point play.
I can almost imagine how Baby Dalupan must have prayed before this game that Abed Gidabin would run cold. But the way Abed Gidabin performed that time, it doesn't look like Baby's prayers are going to be answered.
Well, certainly Gidabin knows his importance to the team. Sometimes he must take matters into his own hands. Last year's MVP showing why he was the MVP last year.
Yes, sirree, getting a triple right on that special sequence alone. A three-point production for CRISPA, putting them to within a point of the Great Taste coffee bet. Great block by Philip Cesar. It wasn't completed, however, as Jimmy Manazala recovered the leather. Arnie Tuadles looking for a cutter, and he's hemmed in. Chito Loizaga in the three-point region. Arnie Tuadles, 20 foot away. It's offline. And a great rebound by Abed Gidabin, draws a foul from Manny Victorino.
Loose ball foul on Victorino. His first personal foul, the third team foul called against the Great Taste coffee makers.
There must be some kind of terrific pressure riding the shoulders of Manny Victorino now.
Definitely, Joe, because this is a playoff game, and you really save a lot by not going into the quarterfinals. Even though maybe any of this team that wins here has the advantage, it's still a big factor. And Gidabin there with a slide-in play, a backdoor play actually, with a pass from Philip Cesar, getting his 5th point of the ball game.
All 5 points of CRISPA coming from Abed Gidabin. And here's Aleo Lalor with a baseline drive. He goes up. Gidabin with another great rejection. That's his second block of the evening, but like the first, it was uncompleted. And here's Manny Victorino with a getaway off on assist from Alejo Lalor.
He didn't have enough jump in that. He wanted to dunk it because he had it with one hand and was holding it like a grapefruit there. He almost dunked the play. It's a 1-point lead for Great Taste.
Gigil si Victorino to that.
That's right.
6 fighters to count. 9:38 left the first quarter. Inside the paint, we've got a fade away by Freddie Obalde. It's short, and Manny Victorino pulls down his rebound. And here is Chito Loizaga scampering down court. Jump shot by Jimmy Manazala.
He's hot. He's 2 out of 2 from the field. Has 4 points in the ball game. 3-point lead for Great Taste.
Well, if Jimmy Manazala can perform like Ricardo Brown with his height, they can really get a lot of mileage out of him without the handicap of the short stature of Ricardo Brown. We've got a double team apply there when Atoyko. He can't escape. He takes the shot himself and got it.
Well, Atoyko had the ability. He didn't lose confidence when they were double teaming him, and he found a small opening to get the shot in.
What a performance by Atoyko. If he can keep that up all night, it's got to be a mighty tall order for Great Taste. In the meantime, we just saw a tap out.
Yes, in favor of Great Taste. 17 seconds left on their shot clock. 8 minutes 55 in the first quarter.
Great Taste piled up 3 fouls against an immaculate slate for the Redmanizers.
3-second violation there.
Oh, they got to watch those errors. They're wasting some precious baskets. 8-7 is still to count. Great Taste hanging on to a 1-point lead. They surged to a 4-0 lead at the opening minute of this game, but CRISPA quickly caught up, and they're in the contest. Here is Atoyko getting it over to Low post, Abid Gidabin gets it back to Ko. Ko sees a breach in the Great Taste defenses and finds the hook.
Well, Ate thinking a little bit. He didn't hit his outside shots. He tried to bring it closer this play. Got the point and got the lead for CRISPA by 1.
Flexibility is the name of this man. If he can't get his long rifle going, he's going to go for the high percentage shots. And here is Manny Victorino now, looking for a cutter. He takes matters into his own hands all the way to the bucket.
That's a foul from Gidabin.
All right, Abid Gidabin broke the ice for CRISPA with a 3-point play, and now it's Manny Victorino's turn to go for a grand slam.
That's right. Gidabin has 5 points, and if Manny can convert on this grand slam, there you see it on our slow motion, they'll have 5 points apiece in this ball game.
Shaping up to be a real tight contest at the slot now, which should make this encounter a lot more interesting than it was than the last time around.
Yes, Joe. I don't remember who said height is might in basketball, but certainly the games have been proving it. Huh?
Oh, yes, indeed. All right, here's Bernie Fabiosa. He doesn't have that much height. Philip Cesar, top of the key, swings the ball over to the left side, picked up by Manny Victorino. He bounced the ball off the foot of Manny Victorino. He saved it from going off the floor. Alolor plucks it off the air, and look at him trying to outsprint Abid Gidabin. He pulls up, gets it over to Chito Loizaga. It's counted.
That's a good pass there for the cutting Chito Loizaga. Gidabin picks up his second personal foul and a chance for a 3-point play for Chito. Let's take a look at that on our slow-mo. There's Chito coming in. Gidabin, last vestige of defense. There's the foul.
You know, I had a feeling really that maybe the Lupan would work out something new to adjust to the flaws that were very visible in their last game against CRISPA, and Loizaga seems to be the answer to his prayers.
It's very possible because he's a big guard there that can score and defend pretty well. Another thing that they've been attacking the CRISPA is with fast breaks to try to prevent CRISPA from setting up its defenses.
How true. And Bernie Fabiosa hits from the outside.
That's his first 2 points. Now this guy can score. Make no mistake about that. And if he does, he's gonna cause some problems to the opposing team too.
You bet. 14-11 is the count. Great Taste lead down to 3 points. Make that another 5-point advantage. Compliments of the very intense Alejo Alolor.
That's the third time that has happened to CRISPA. They tried to go for the steal, and the pass was properly given, and nobody helping out. They got the easy layup.
5-point lead for Great Taste, 16-11, and we got a foul by Manny Victorino, his second personal of the evening. And we've got Bernie Fabiosa in. Bernie Fabiosa moving the ball closer to the hoop. Tried to get past Jimmy Mananzala, and we had a bit of rugged action there between the two guards, and the foul is slapped on Jimmy.
Yes, the action was committed after the whistle had been blown.
Right. This is a highly emotional game, and the referees will do well to call it very tight.
You're right, Joe.
Abid Gidabin dancing inside, defying Manny Victorino totally.
Well, Victorino played good defense. He looked at Baby Dalupan. I think Baby said he just played their best, and Gidabin just made a top shot.
That's right. There's the lob pass to Manny Victorino. His turn now.
Good block.
Gidabin, his third block, but there's Alejo Alolor.
Again, Hubalde was off position. He was down on the floor. He did not check his man, and Alejo Alolor picked up the loose recovery for the easy 2 points.
So it's back to a 5-point lead for Great Taste. Abid Gidabin's blocks are going for naught, with Great Taste managing to keep the ball alive each time. And we've got a foul spotted on that attempt to lay up by Bernie Fabiosa.
The first 5 of CRISPA are really coming up with strategies of their own. Maybe perhaps devised by their assistant coach, that's Bernie. They're attacking the inside, and already Great Taste has 6 team fouls as compared to only 2 for CRISPA.
Well, that's going to be a very important factor with a good 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Bernie Fabiosa, in the meantime, sinks his first charity. No, not his second, and Gidabin almost got in a 3-point play in reverse, but it was nullified by another foul picked up by Great Taste.
The foul called on Alolor.
And now it's time for Ricardo Brown to check in. Mananzala is replaced by Ricardo Brown, and I can imagine in a short while we might be seeing by Cristobal by way of response from Bernie Bernardo.
It's very possible. There's a good play again for Gidabin. He has the easy layup. Good screen provided there, and he cut into the middle. Pass given by Philip Cesar.
Yes, sir. You can credit that assist to Philip Cesar. He hasn't scored a point yet, but he's been doing well from the assist department.
And he's trying to take care of Arnie Fladless, preventing. That's a 3-second violation called against Alolor in that play. Philip Cesar,
yes.
Well, Joe, I was just saying that he really knows his business too. If he can't score, he makes sure that his opponent doesn't score off him also.
That's right. At least he wants to make himself useful somehow. He really can't score tonight. But Bernie Fabiosa keeps it alive. Atoy Ko deflected somewhat, and The ball falling into the hands of Chito Loizaga, almost losing it to Bernie Fabiosa. Great hustle displayed by Bernie Fabiosa, resulting in a foul. Well, that's the kind of a foul that he wouldn't try to play her for. Anyway, we've got the first time out of the game. We'll be right back. We've got a capacity crowd here at the Arnett Coliseum for this all-important game between the CRISPA Redmanizers and the Great Taste Coffee Makers. Actually, a rubber match. This is their third meeting in the elimination round. And like Andy pointed out, the odds are dead even going into this game. 18-6 in its account, 2-point lead for Great Taste. Loizaga gets it over to Arnie Tuadles, who fires from top of the key. Netless beauty there.
That's a good play there because Arnie was set free. Ate apologizes to Philip because there was not that switch that was quick enough to stop the outside shot of Arnie Tuadles. 4-point lead for Great Taste.
Great Taste, however, has one big handicap going for it at this stage. They've gone over the team foul limit with a good 5 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Abit Gidab. Oh, Philip Cesar.
A little short on that shot. He posted himself up low against Loizaga, but he elected to take an outside shot instead of driving in. Brown gets his first 2 points. 3 points, actually.
3-point shot by Ricardo Brown to inaugurate his appearance for Great Taste tonight, and that ups the Great Taste lead to 7 points, their biggest markup so far. 23-16 is the exact tally. Fabiosa to Philip Cesar. The lob pass to Abit Gidabin. He draws an instant double coverage. Recovers the loose ball. Gets it over to Bernie Fabiosa underneath.
Well, the small guy getting the shot under the basket is really a pain there because he was able to move in under the basket without anybody covering him.
A lot of gaping holes in the Great Taste defenses that time, and that was a poor shot selection on the part of Manny Victorino.
Well, he wanted to keep Gidabin outside of the shaded area, so he tried to take him out with an outside shot. The only thing is he didn't make it.
Yes. So, Abit Gidabin figures he can still cheat on defense, but you can't cheat on defense when it comes to Freddy Ubalde.
He gets his first 2 points of the ball game, down to 3-point lead for Great Taste.
23-20 is the count. 4 minutes and 6 seconds left, first quarter action. The lob pass going to Manny Victorino, and that's what Gidabin gets for fronting his man.
That's right. He fronted him, but he got no support from behind. And since Philip was the one guarding the guy who was passing, there was nobody to help him out.
And the Redmanizers are slowing down the game. They're not going to try to keep pace with the blistering clip being put up here by the Coffee men. Abit Gidabin got a good pass from Freddy Ubalde. Oh, that was Philip Cesar picking up the garbage and turning it into gold.
That's right. There, Tuadles, nobody picks him up. He goes in for the easy shot. Okay. Philip, that's Philip's man. Now, Philip was complaining he was fouled in the previous play, and so he didn't come down in defense, and that left Arnie Tuadles for the easy 2 points.
Moral of the story, save your complaints for later, or just shut up and go back on defense.
That's right, since the referees didn't call anything anyway. It's going to be that foul called on Arnie there for pushing.
That's why the Redmanizers are certainly going on fishing expeditions to exploit the situation to the hilt, and Atoyko is going to get the first opportunity here. Atoy is really waxing cold when it comes to 10 feet and longer. Atoyko, yes.
Well, Joe, certainly, you know, you don't expect him to miss many free throws. He's a very good shooter from the outside, so you expect him to make those shots at 15 feet, especially when you're free. Brown gets his 5th point of the ball game, and this man must really pick him up. That's when Bernardo must come up with substitutions.
And by Cristobal just might be what the doctor ordered, and looks like Bernie Bernardo heard me. He just tapped by Cristobal, and he's going to come in at the first occasion of a dead ball. Oh, great interception by Ricky Brown. And a foul by Bernie Fabiosa, the attempt to recover. And here comes by Cristobal. Along with it, we've got the second ceasefire of the game, this time called by Baby Dalupa, and we'll be right back. Well, earlier you caught a fleeting glimpse there of the special cheering squad brought for the occasion by the Great Taste Coffee men to boost their morale. Anybody says there's less than 20,000 here at the Arnett Coliseum is telling me that I'm a bow-legged son of a seacook. All right, it's 29-23 on the scoreboard, 2:47 left first quarter. The good pass to Arnie Tuadles. He blew it at point-blank range, and the contact whistle blew.
Victorino, that's going to be very crucial. He tried to come in for the offensive rebound, climb on top of the back of Gidabin, got his 3rd personal foul. They are in penalty.
So it's going to be take 2 for Abit Gidabin, who has yet to miss his foul throws. And we'd like to grab this opportunity to remind you that in celebration of its anniversary month, Doña Nena's is giving a 20% discount to all who will come for lunch on Saturdays and Sundays.
For the month of June, huh? And we were just there the other day, Joe and I. We had a pretty good dinner.
Great dinner. Steak Charlemagne and their lenguas.
Paella.
Paella. Top it off with a great shot of Andy Player's special whiskey, the real whiskey for real winners. And that's the kind of a shot that deserves a shot of Andy Player.
The shot of Gabin.
Right.
He has 10 points in the ball game. He's the top scorer for either squad right now. Trying to go for his 11th point. Gets it.
4-point lead for Great Taste, 29-25, 2:41 left first period. Here is Ricardo Brown. Tight pass inside to Bugs Arenado. He tried to force the issue. No contact whistle blew. It was a clean defensive gem by the CRISPA Redmanizers. But
Adornado with a traveling violation. They're trying to come back on the fast break. Adornado, by the way, was placed into the ball game during that timeout that was called by Great Taste, together with Joy Carpio.
Ricardo Brown gives it over to Arnie Tuatles. Inside pass going to Joey Carpio. The semi-hook does not go. Oh, a slip by Abid Gidabin. He shouldn't have dribbled that ball a little too long. And here is Bugs Arenado putting it up over Atoyko.
Forcing the shot there, however.
2 forced shots by Atoyko in a row. There's the outlet pass going to Philip Cesar. Ricardo Brown, I thought, had bumped him outside, but it turned out to be the other way around.
Yes, there have been some contacts in the ball game that the referees have let go, just like in that play.
Lateral pass. Joey Carpio going up against the phalanx of defenders and drawing a foul from either Freddy Ubaldi or Atoyko. And the first personal of Atoyko sends Joey Carpio, who was sent into sub for Manny Victorino.
Ball game, but he has been making some errors there, which is normal for any player, especially when you're playing a tight pressure-packed game like this. Tuatles is being replaced by Joel Banal, which would put more height to the Great Taste team.
That's what they need, a lot of ceiling to cope with the firepower of the CRISPA Redmanizers and their vaunted strength inside the slot. Joey Carpio makes it 31-25, another 6-point margin for Great Taste. A minute and 55 left, first quarter. By Cristobal moving the ball in the left side, picked up by Ricardo Brown. This is a familiar matchup. A big setup there by Abid Gidabin. By Cristobal with his deft ball handling gives it to Freddy Ubaldi. Left open, he misses the glass shot. And we've got a health ball
between Gidabin and Chito Loizaga. Well, definitely Gidabin has the advantage in height here in the toss-off, but let's see if he can get it to his teammates properly.
Right. Don't put anything past Chito Loizaga. He's a very heady player. We've seen him play center during his amateur days. Oh, look at that. Ricardo Brown going for the piece of cake, and all Willie Pearson could do was to watch from behind.
Yes, those guys were not anticipating the back tap of Gidabin, and Brown was, and so he went for the easy layup.
So it's another 8-point lead for Great Taste. Oh, that was a tight pass inside heavy traffic. Philip Cesar hit the side of the board. Great interception by Cristobal. Willie Pearson has it inside the paint. He puts it up and misses too. Philip Cesar gets the offensive rebound and sinks it, finally, on the 4th try of CRISPA.
That's right. Cutting down the lead to 6 points. A minute left here in the first quarter. Action-packed first quarter.
You bet. It's been a sizzling first period, and you can imagine how the rest of the game will go. And this guy continues to sizzle too. Ricardo Brown, he's out here with a vengeance.
He has 9 points in the ball game right now. That includes a 3-point shot.
35-27, 8-point lead for Great Taste. Hold it, fellows, says referee Bartolome. Another fishing expedition succeeded in drawing a big fish in the person of Ricardo Brown.
Penalty situation, that means 2 free throws for by Cristobal.
By Cristobal, let's see if he can come up with another outstanding game. If he does, he might be a contender for our Magnolia Chocolate Best Player of the Game award. And Nuya Villamin comes in for Abid Gidabin.
So the centers have decreased in height a lot. You know, Carpio is playing center for Great Taste, while for CRISPA it's Villamin. So that's about 6'3" and 6'2.5" there, away from the 6'5" and 6'5.5" that played earlier.
You know what I can see as a result of this change of centers is a faster-paced ball game, Andrew.
I think so too, yes.
Brown gets it over to Chito Loizaga. Willie Pearson has been assigned to watch Loizaga. Now he's on Brown. Brown with his deft ball handling sees Carpio. Great cordon erected around that lane by the Redmanizers. The Great Taste Coffee Men can't see daylight. Chito Loizaga forces a great
follow-up by Joel Banal. Yes.
And it's a 9-point lead now for the Coffee Men, 37-28. Surely the Redmanizers don't want to be blown out right in this first quarter. They need a basket here. And we've got a foul by Chito Loizaga.
Yes, against Villamin.
With 11.9 seconds left in the first quarter, when CRISPA trailing by 9 points, Yoyo Villamin has his first opportunity from the stripe. A chance for CRISPA to bump to within 7 points. They surely would like to keep that deficit to within manageable levels.
Oh, they've been missing their foul shots. Cristobal split his foul shots earlier. Atoy missed one. And now Villamin misses his first free throw.
Okay, Villamin splitting his charities and making it an 8-point lead for Great Taste with 8 minutes left, or rather 8 seconds left the first quarter. Ricardo Brown put up a shot that he knew would draw a foul from by Cristobal.
Yes, it was actually a tackle by Cristobal there, but Brown just took it. He has 9 points in the ball game, trying to go for his 10th and 11th.
5.3 seconds left in the first quarter. Like Andrew said, it's been packed with action from the opening buzzer right down to this juncture. And Ricardo Brown continues to wax hot. You can feel his fire from here. Unerring touch from the 15-foot line by Ricardo Brown gives Great Taste a 10-point lead. 3 seconds left. Time enough for CRISPA to put up one last shot.
Oh, and they did not even attempt.
All right, that's it for the first quarter. The score, CRISPA 29, Great Taste 39. Looks like the Great Taste Coffee Men have reversed the trend of the previous game. We'll be back right after this.